You've probably never seen an ab workout like this before, but today I'm going to show you why this world and Olympic champion weightlifter uses it and a 4-step progression to master it yourself. Hey, what's up everybody? I'm Dr. Aaron Horschig, physical therapist and strength and conditioning coach. Today, we're talking about the Milko Bench Press from strength coach Milko Georgiev, who coaches Carlos Nassar, one of the best weightlifters in the world today. This exercise requires you to stiffen the lumbar spine and keep the lower back flush against the bench while executing an upper body twist and punch. It activates your anterior abdominal muscles like crazy to lock your spine in place, teaches essential movement coordination of lumbar stability with thoracic spine and upper body movement, and in doing so, engages the serratus anterior well in the punching motion. Now, this level that Carlos is performing is quite tough, so if you can't perform it yet with quality technique, we have to build the movement pattern up from scratch. So here's the exact 4-step sequence that Milko recommends that you should master first. To teach the correct bracing technique, it's important to first stop the hip flexors from taking over and pulling the spine into excessive extension. We regress to the floor using the principles of a Yanda sit-up from renowned neurologist, physical therapist, clinician, and researcher Vladimir Yanda. Start by driving your heels down into the ground while you create a slight posterior pelvic tilt, flattening your lumbar spine to the floor. Squeeze your glutes and brace your core before then lifting your shoulder blades off the floor with the arms straight up to the sky. This is different than a traditional sit-up where the lumbar spine continues to flex as the upper body lifts and curls forward off the ground. The idea with this variation is to learn how to lock the low back in a little bit of flexion and just lift the upper back. Now, because the spine is flexing very slightly and then being locked into that position, it's not right for everyone, such as someone who may be dealing with a current disc injury where flexion of the spine triggers symptoms. So for that person, this exercise is not ready for you just yet. Instead, be sure to check out this prior YouTube video I did on back pain that will show you what other core exercises may be best suited for you at this time. But if you are okay, we then move to the bench for step 2. Place a stack of weight plates under each foot to maintain the pelvic tilt achieved on the floor in step 1. Push your chest out from the bench to create leverage, but do not push so far that your lower back lifts. This is a strict rule. Once you are in position, perform an unweighted upper body twist from the shoulders while concentrating hard to keep your lower back fully in contact with the bench. This exercise teaches crucial thoracic movement while demanding absolute lumbar stability, so you shouldn't see the lower back move once set in place. Next, decrease the plate height or remove the plates if you have good hip mobility. We're going to find the optimal pressing stance now. Start by pushing your chest further out from the bench until your feet naturally lift off the ground. This determines the optimal placement of the feet, pelvis, and chest. With your feet at that stance placement, we're going to then introduce an asymmetrical load to provoke a twist in the core. You must work hard to counteract this destabilization pressure in the body by seeking support from the opposite leg of the weight, either by hooking your foot under a heavy dumbbell or driving the foot into the floor with the help of a friend. This activates the body's longest kinetic chain, connecting the pressing arm diagonally across the abdominal wall into the stabilizing foot. So those are the steps to performing what Carlos is doing here. But for those wanting an even greater challenge, Milko took his bench press to an even greater level. The ultimate challenge is to then turn the static foot anchor into an active counterbalance. Lifting your legs from the floor heavily recruits the hip flexors, which mechanically try to pull the pelvis forward and arch the back. This increases the demand on the athlete to maintain core stiffness to support the lower back. Once you can successfully perform the unweighted version with knees bent, increase the difficulty with straighter legs. Now you're fighting a massive extension moment, so you'll feel your anterior core working like crazy. Eventually, the last progression is to add a light weight to one hand and a kettlebell counterbalanced on the opposite leg. If you can successfully hold this dynamic counterbalance with the low back glued to the pad during the thoracic spine twist, you have mastered the lumbo-pelvic control required to execute the full Milko bench press. All right, there you have it, the Milko Bench Press. Now, if you have any back pain while performing, it's not quite right for you yet, be sure to check out my injury fix book, Rebuilding Milo, on Amazon.com to find why and what may be best for you, and check out this other YouTube video for my other favorite core stability exercises that not enough people do. Till next time, guys.